Good morning, Prairie Dogs, and happy Monday morning. And coming back from the weekend, of course, it is a marvelous Monday here at Pioneer. So we're excited to see everybody in their Marvel Pioneer gear today. Now, if we could, please stand. We have our friends from Miss Lope's class to help lead us in the flag salute today.
Right hand over your heart, ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to Miss Lope's class for help leading us in the pledge. Three, two, one. And let's not forget that February, we celebrate Black History Month. And remember, during Black History Month, we will be celebrating different cultures in this threefold. So Black History Month, we celebrate the amazing things that Black people have done throughout history. We learn about their cool inventions, beautiful art, and how they help make the world a better place. And then being fair and kind to everyone teaches us about fairness and kindness. We hear stories about people who worked really hard to make sure everyone is treated the same. It's like cheering for superheroes who fight for what's right. And then, of course, fighting our superpowers. And in Black History Month shows us that we all have unique talents and superpowers. We learn from awesome Black role models who faced challenges but still did incredible things. It inspires us to find our own special powers and make the world awesome too. And this week, we celebrate and recognize Ruby Bridges. Yeah, that's right. Prairie Dogs, we do remember our Ruby Bridges, our Walk for Ruby Bridges ceremony that we had back in November. And remember, she was one of the first students to integrate into a all-white school back in the South during the 60s. This was huge, and you can see that just as a 6-year-old child, she helped change really the education here in the United States. So we want to once again recognize Ruby Bridges for her work in desegregation of schools by being a brave girl who would go to school every day in what was formerly an all-white school. And our quote of the week comes from Ruby Bridges, and she says, "Don't follow the path. Go where there is no path and begin the trail," which she did for all of us. And so we thank Ruby Bridges, and we recognize her during our Black History Month this month in February. Great. We also have our Spirit Week this week. So today, Monday, is our pink and red Valentine's colors, with tomorrow being our Heart Day. So make sure to wear all your hearts tomorrow. Then Wednesday is bring your favorite stuffed animal. Remember, those stuffed animals should not be any more than 12 inches. And then Thursday, we have our Valentine Socks. And to end the week, we have Friday at our Crazy Hair Day. So we look forward to everybody celebrating with our Spirit Week and our Spirit Days this week and our Valentine's Spirit Week. And then Monday and Tuesday, we have our celebration assemblies. So you'll see our times and the grades are listed there. Monday, we'll have kinder at 8:15, followed by first at 8:45, and fifth grade at 9:30. And then Tuesday, we'll recognize second, third, and fourth, with the second going 8:15, third 9:30, and fourth grade at 9:45. As we end, we like to celebrate all of the amazing achievements by our Prairie Dogs. We do have an executive board meeting. This will take place Wednesday after school. Again, it's to get some things ready and finished for our Share the Love activities that will be going on Wednesday and Thursday school-wide as they're wrapping up. Now, there will not be a school-wide student council meeting on Friday. So this week, we will only have our executive board meeting and that student council meeting, and that will take place Wednesday after school. Now, at Flagpole this week, we will have a brief outdoor flagpole just as we say goodbye to each other before we track off. And remember, it will be Crazy Hair Day. And shortly following that, just like we did at our last flagpole, we will be following with our fire drill for the month of February. Since it's such a short, quick month for us at school, we're going to have that fire drill directly after flagpole on Friday. And on Friday, we will also have our Principal's Progress Recess at 8:30 in the morning. We'll meet you guys in the gym, and we'll have some time to celebrate those students that have shown great progress this trimester. And our band schedule, make sure that you bring your instruments. It will be a little bit off, and just because we will have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as minimum days. So make sure that you have your instruments with you in the morning at school. And with that said, we do have early release days this week of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday are for our at-risk conferences, and then Friday is our track-off day. So remember, all students are released at 12:55. And we will be tracking off. This is our week before we track off, so we will have the next 2 weeks off, but school will be returning Monday, February 26th. We still do have Valentine Grams for sale before and after school. If it is raining, we did transfer into the front of the library. You can get in through the back gate, but if not, we'll be in the front of the school, and again, those are on sale for $1. We still have our Pioneer Spirit Wear. Stop by the school office for available sizes. And you can also still get your yearbook either by coming in, or there's multiple ways, and you can see here the way to get it online. We do have some special shout-outs this week. Mrs. Yordia wanted to give a shout-out to Miss Garcia's 4th grade class as they're presenting on their missions. She was able to see a few of the students and wanted to give a big shout-out for the hard work for all the students in their mission projects that you can see here in the photos. So great job to all the students in Miss Garcia's 4th grade class. Also, we had 2 students, Casey and Jacob, who wanted to give Miss Priscilla a shout out for just being an awesome yard duty. So thank you, Miss Priscilla, for all that you do for our prairie dogs. And then the shout out from our 1st grade teachers that wanted to recognize all the students that have already earned their sight word t-shirts. Congratulations to all those students, but they want to remind everybody you still have plenty of time, so continue to work hard to learn your sight words. And we had a great time at our Battle of the Books. It was a great matchup by everybody, and we wanted to say congratulations to all those, and then a big thank you to Miss Smith and all of her team that helped put this fun event together for all of us. And a great job by our purple team, who ended up on top this year. But again, great job by everybody, and we wanted to celebrate and recognize all those for competing this year in our Battle of the Books. We're already planning and getting ready for next year, and we're definitely getting excited for our staff versus students Battle of the Books. All right, and Miss Mooningham has brought us our Pause Room tip of the week, which is on friendship. Remember, good friends share, play, and laugh with you. They cheer you up when you are sad and keep you company when you are lonely. A friend sticks up for you when someone is being mean and encourages you to take the peace path to solve your problems. A good friend listens to what you have to say and cares about what makes you happy. There may be times when you're not getting along, but a good friend works through it with you and forgives you in the end. So some questions that you can ask yourself is, if you're being a good friend, do you call people names? Put your hands on others? Do you take things? You talk about others? You break school rules, or do you act mean? Remember, if you want a good friend, you have to be a good friend. And so, a cute video that she did find for us is for some animal friendships and how even through our differences, we can still come together.
People say that 1 and 1 make 2, but there's something greater when it's me and you. When you're weary, I will share the load, 'cause we are travelers on the same road. Oh, this crazy world can spin. So glad that I can count you in. Stick around. There's no mountain that's too high to climb. We'll help each other up and we'll be fine. Oh, this crazy world goes by. So glad that you are by my side.
you to Miss Mooneyham for bringing us our Pause Room Tip of the Week. And again, our Pause Room Tip of the Week is on friendship. And hopefully in the video you saw that if you want to be a good friend, if you want a good friend, you have to be a good friend, which we saw with the animals in that video. So again, thank you, Miss Mooneyham, for sharing that with us. And let's make sure this week we're practicing being a good friend. Now, make sure that we're also, just again as a reminder, especially as our cafeteria, we're having rainy day schedules, make sure that we're using our inside voice. Make sure that we're walking, remaining seated, and throwing away our trash. Again, we have these rules for your own safety, so let's make sure that we're abiding by our cafeteria behavior and expectations to remain safe. And again, let's remember that all eating and drinking needs to take place in the cafeteria. And again, we do not want to see you out and about walking around eating. Again, for 3 reasons. The biggest one is your safety. And then another one is just because of how gross, and it does relate to your safety, again, is that health and hygiene. If you're walking around eating chips, your hands are probably not clean. And I know those fingers are going in the mouth, which is really, really gross. And then we want to make sure that we're not making a mess on our campus. So let's make sure that we continue to follow our rules and making sure that we're meeting our expectations for our behavior. And I can't stress this enough, prairie dogs. Last week we had some trouble keeping our hands to ourselves. And remember, we have the peace path. These are our options. Instead of having to resort to using our hands or unkind words, we can try talking it out. If that doesn't work, then walk away. And when you walk away, you can either go get help or make a new friend. But let's make sure that we're choosing the peace path. And let's make sure that we continue bringing our positive attitude. Where we're present at school, we're always being kind to one another, and we're not using those unkind words. Let's make sure we continue working hard, prairie dogs, and we will be successful. I know we had quite a bit of announcements this week, but we have a lot going on this week before we track off, so let's make sure that we're working hard. And remember, each one of you is great. Just allow yourselves to be prairie dogs. Now, go ahead and hold tight for our birthday announcements. That will take us until we return from our track off. Let's make sure we're making good decisions this week, prairie dogs, and have a wonderful week.